Unattractive people, what's the most frustrating part of dating? Case 1. Getting a date? I was going to say the hardest part is probably dating. Nobody asks me out. Oh. You try a dating app, realize you need to post photos of yourself, feel ugly just looking at them, and think, never mind. Case 2. The constant battle of convincing yourself you look okay, only to realize you don't every time you open Snapchat. My wife says I'm not photogenic. My ex has said the same. But photos or the mirror are my only reference. In my mind, I'm a 5 out of 6 on a good day. My wife rates me a 9. I think she's lying. Case 3. Dating. I'm invisible. Getting ghosted and then thinking it's fine because I can't reasonably expect anyone else to want me someday. Case 4. Sometimes people ditch you without explanation or treat you like you're beneath them. Many make it clear they're not attracted to you but try to sugarcoat it to make you feel better, which just creates awkwardness. We'd appreciate honesty more. Yeah, it hurts, but it hurts less than lies meant to spare our feelings. We're human, we get it. You don't get gestures like flowers or proper dates, just the bare minimum. Some try to keep you in the background or limit public appearances with you. It's a tough situation to deal with. Case 5. The constant rejection, like when someone says, "You're a great guy, but I don't feel a spark." It's pretty obvious. At least in those cases, there's a chance the lack of attraction isn't just about looks. It's been years since I dated, so maybe things have changed, but back in 2010, when online dating was getting big and people shared photos, it wasn't like now, where everyone has tons of pics and videos online. There was some ambiguity about what people looked like. I clearly remember a first date. I got to the cafe and waited. When my date walked in, I waved. The look on her face was pure ew, gross disappointment. She came over, we talked, she was polite but clearly just being courteous. After exactly 30 minutes, she said she had to go. Soon after, I got an email, "You're a nice guy, but..." So, I'd say it's that look of disappointment when they meet you. Case 6. Being seen as unconventional means you're held to a much higher standard in everything non-physical. You have to be nearly perfect in every other way to get the same treatment as someone attractive, even if they don't try as hard. Any flaw you have is far less tolerated. And since people judge quickly based on looks rather than what they hear, you're often rejected for your appearance before you can show your personality or character. Case 7. That dizzy feeling when you talk to your crush? Knowing you'll never have that effect on someone. As an experienced unattractive woman, nobody approaches me and I never get the male gaze. I walk around feeling like I'm surrounded by NPCs, or maybe I'm the NPC. Is it? As a guy, I sometimes feel like an NPC. Honestly, I don't think women even consider dating me, at least it doesn't feel like it. I don't think I'm exactly ugly, just average enough to be invisible. In recent years, the only people commenting on my looks, usually just my eyes, are married women old enough to be my mom. I don't know what to make of that. Case 9. Be funny or rich. It feels like everything's an uphill climb compared to others. I have attractive friends who roll out of bed, go out, and find women interested in them. Meanwhile, I feel like I need 2 or 3 hours in front of a mirror as a guy, wearing the nicest clothes, staying on top of my skincare routine at all times, etc. Case 10. I'm an unattractive woman and don't feel frustrated about dating itself. But I get frustrated when people disrespect unattractive women in general. You don't have to be attracted to someone, but you don't get to disrespect them either. Think we can get dates? Hilarious. I'm too scared to date now because I'm afraid the guy I'm talking to will fake an emergency and bolt. I don't have the energy to recover from that for 6 months. Case 11. What's a date? I think it's a fruit. Being good enough for intimacy but not good enough to be seen in public. Meeting people who enjoy talking to you online but don't want your physical presence. Case 12. It's not just dating. People say, even if you're not attractive, you can get dates if you have personality, are funny or interesting. I don't have personality, I'm not funny, and I'm boring. They tell me to work on that but also to be myself. Joining Tinder, slowly lowering your standards until you get matches, than not feeling attracted to the people in your league. Case 13. Having to work 10 times harder to overcome the prejudice someone forms in a split second just by seeing your face. I've never been anything special. I'm tall, overweight, with a scar on my face, interesting to look at best. I know my husband married me for my personality and the stories I write for him. He calls me beautiful or sexy sometimes, but never when I'm trying to look good. It's always when I'm disheveled, and it's not "you look beautiful," but "you are beautiful," more subjective. It bugs me sometimes, but then I remember I'm 40, and at that age I face that kind of invisibility anyway. Case 14. Being unattractive. I date people on my level, so basically nobody. I think other unattractive people are fun, kind, and nice. Keep going. I've seen the hottest women with the ugliest guys and vice versa because they fell in love as friends over years before realizing it. People say it's not about looks, but it's about looks. Just be honest. Case 15. Joining a dozen dating sites, working out, being your best self, and still getting 0 messages, not one. I quit that game, probably 10 years ago, maybe more. It wasn't one moment but a gradual shift. Going from believing you could easily fall in love with almost anyone, facing constant rejection, and slowly realizing no, it's not actually possible. Dating apps confirmed it. Some people just have to learn to be single. And honestly, sometimes those who know how to date do way worse. Case 16. It's not that I don't get dates, it's that I don't get commitment or affection. I'm not talking about intimacy. I mean, people want to hook up but don't want to talk about it first or make it affectionate. Feeling like your best effort is rarely, if ever, enough for someone to just show up and give you an hour or 2 of their time. People say if you're not good looking, be funny or interesting, but what if I'm just a normal guy? Sure, I can say something funny occasionally, but I'm not a comedian. I feel like a stable, balanced person, the perfect boyfriend candidate, but I often don't get enough time to show my best qualities. Constant rejection, constant. To the point where you go from someone who fails sometimes to a failure. It's a bit like being fat. Case 17. The worst part is when you finally get a date and it feels like they're doing you a favor. I'm not hideous, just plain, crooked teeth, bad hair days, the kind of face that blends into a crowd. I went out with this woman after weeks of chatting online, and the whole date felt like she was checking a charity box. She kept saying things like, "You're so nice, it's refreshing," but her eyes were darting around like she was embarrassed to be seen with me. When we said goodbye, she gave me a pitying smile and a pat on the arm. No hug, no spark, just a "take care." I got a text later, "You're great, but I'm not ready for anything serious." It's not just the rejection. It's the feeling that they're settling for you, and even then they can't commit to it. You start wondering if you're just a practice run for someone better.